So I want to show you guys how to program your strimmer using your homemade ESP32 controller. Now, I'm not going to show you how to install PlatformIO or how to program with FastLED. There's tutorials out there that'll do that, but I do want to show you how to set up your strimmer in your code, because that will be a little bit different than most of these FastLED tutorials. So you include the Arduino library, arduino.h, and then fastled.h. Now you have to declare a two-dimensional array globally in order to address the LEDs in the strimmer. So the way you do that is like this. So you create a CRGB 6 by 20, which is the layout of the ATX 24-pin strimmer. So now you want to go to the setup function, and you have to add all 6 of these. So it's LEDs 0 through 6, or I'm sorry, 0 through 5, and we're using pins 12, 13, 14, 25, 26, and 27. Now you'll see that most of these tutorials use WS2812B instead of NeoPixel. They're the same. The only difference is that with the NeoPixel chipset type, those default to a GRB color order as opposed to WS2812 or WS2812B, which is RGB color order. So just doing it this way allows you to not specify the color order because it's already correct. And also very important, you want to power manage this because realistically the wiring on the strimmer itself is not really good for more than 2 amps. So we have set max power in volts and milliamps at 5 volts and 2000 milliamps. So here is a basic rainbow puke type effect. This will create a rainbow across the width of the strimmer as opposed to the length. And so let's start with the line that does that. Fill solid LEDs. So we specify the array that it goes to, the number of LEDs, and the color. So we're just filling it with a solid color, and 255 and 255 here is the saturation and value. Those don't change. Start hue will advance by 1 every time the loop function gets called, so that will gradually shift the colors. And then what we're doing is, since I is the index of the array, the color for strip 0 will be 0, or whatever start hue is, and then for strip 1 will be start hue plus 32, and then for strip 2 will be start hue plus 64, etc. So you get kind of a full rainbow across the 6 strips. Then fast LED delay 10, so it'll display this for 10 milliseconds and then repeat the loop. So displaying a frame for 10 milliseconds is 100 frames a second. And then start hue minus equals 1. So that just decreases start hue. So every time the loop runs again, start hue decreases by 1. This is an 8-bit integer. So it starts at 0. If you decrease that by 1, it goes to 255. And then 254, and then back to 0. So this will repeat every 256 cycles, basically. And here's what the effect looks like. If you want to know more about how to program with FastLED, I will link a couple of tutorials in the description. But this will get you started with the strimmer and FastLED.